Hello my friends, and welcome back to another episode of What Can Chelsea Fit in Her Post VSG Tummy. This one is one of my very favorite ones to film. It is the Trader Joe's fall haul. Every year since surgery, my plan of attack is to go into my local Trader Joe's, which is about 40 minutes from here, grab every single pumpkin offering that I can find. Now, caveat, there are some that I've tried in the past that I didn't bring back this year if they weren't favorites, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna snack together, try all of the things, I'll rate them for you, but we also do this bariatric style, which means we may need to do it in more than one segment. And in my Trader Joe's Valentine's Day snack with me situation, I talked about dumping syndrome, which is probably not what you want to talk about while you are constantly like snacking and eating and you're watching me do that. But I think pairing a hot topic, like an issue that I see repeated all the time with my clients and students while we do this, makes it a little more purposeful. So today I think we're going to focus on weight regain and the hardest part of weight loss surgery, which is the maintenance phase. So grab your pumpkin cold brew, your pumpkin almond proffee, a cozy blanket, a candle, cuddle up and let's chat. First, I think we need to gain a sense of what is in this haul. When I tell you I went so cheese heavy, I mean it. So we have some dinner options, honey roasted pumpkin raviolis. My daughter picked these out. We have some sweet treats like a little protein bar, come through protein. Sugar cookie dough pumpkins. I'm certain she's gonna wanna make these tonight. I've never tried this. This is the roasted turkey and sweet potato burrito. My guess is that I'll be taking a bite of this and then hopefully bringing it as a lunch option. I've never seen this before. The brown butter or butter with brown sugar and maple syrup. I thought this might be delicious toasted on some swirled pumpkin cinnamon bread, or is it just cinnamon? It's just a cinnamon bread. I thought those two might go nicely together. We've got some new treats over here, fried olive bites, savory squash pastry bites. New to me also is the crunchy chili onion hummus, but I picked up some really cute little snacky guys that I thought would match well. And then for the cheeses, this is new, at least to me. Asiago cheese with rosemary and olive oil. That sounds delicious and savory. I don't really know if this falls into the autumnal category, but a pizza Gouda cheese with marinated tomatoes, oregano, and garlic. I think this is supposed to taste like pizza. We'll find out. A breakfast option, egg white bites with harvest vegetable hash. I know I like this, so spoiler. I think it's sweeter than I thought it was gonna be. We'll find out together. The white Stilton with cranberries. This is a favorite year to year. The creamy Toscano with cinnamon. I love this. I think I'm the only one in my household who does, and I'm grateful for that. As well as some caramelized onion goat's milk cheese. So we're going to be eating a lot of my absolute favorite protein, which is cheese. If you hear my little Wonder Oven going from our place, it's located over here. It has some olive bites in it, but I thought we could start. I made myself, let's see if I can show this to you without spilling anything. I made myself a little charcuterie board to begin with two of the different types of cheeses, some crackers, and the hummus, and some cute props, of course. Some of these food items are like entirely new to me. I can't remember if I have ever had these pumpkin cranberry crisps. A crispy, savory, and sweet cracker to complement cheeses, dips, and spreads. Now, I think this is gonna go really nicely with the goat cheese, the caramelized goat cheese, but I pulled these out. This is what they look like. They kind of look like tiny toasts. And I'm gonna try this with, and yeah, I'm gonna use my fingers because my hands are clean and it's just me eating this. This is the white Stilton cheese with cranberries. That's beautiful. I feel like this would be extra pretty with a drizzle of honey on it perhaps, but I'm worried that that would be a little bit too sweet. On their own, I'm not sure I would like either of those. Together, they are scrumptious. The cheese is very sweet, as I think I remember it being. The cranberry makes it more sweet than savory, and your girl is a savory person. I love a savory treat. And one of the challenges, I think, during the holiday season are finding go-to snacks that are still festive and fun seasonally that align with our goals. I no longer lean into everything sweet, so I stayed away from not all. We have some bread mixes here that we're going to make, and some cookies and some shortbread cookies that I remember really liking. But in general, I find fall to be easier to find savory things in than the holiday season, like the upcoming winter holidays. Let's try one of these crisps with the rosemary olive oil cheese. I'm really looking forward to this. This one smells. It smells like rosemary, but it is a cheese with a scent. I'm putting both of those little hunks on here. Big bite. I really like that. This is an Asiago cheese, which means it would be great if you shredded it into like a fall-based mac and cheese on top of any gnocchi or pasta dishes. That's so good. Or like a cheese toast. That would be delightful. What other versions of these exist at Trader Joe's that I've been missing? These are a fall fave every year. They're the fall leaf tortilla chips. They're nothing special except they're little leaf shapes. And I love that because, our olives are done. I pack myself tortilla chips quite often as a means for like a taco dip, something that I'm adding crunch to. Even if I bring myself half a sandwich or I eat half a sandwich as an option, I will bring some tortilla chips. Not a ton, but enough. And I love that these have a shape to them. This hummus is very oil forward, and I think that's because it's a crunchy chili onion hummus. It smells good. Again, hummus is like a staple of our household. I put my finger in this by accident and then wiped it off. I'm scared to get right into that middle section. Oh, that's spicy. A con of weight loss surgery is that I cannot grab a glass of water right now. Is the hummus spicy or just the chili? No, the hummus is spicy too. Alert. Sweet cheese. That is helping. Holy moly. Now I am sensitive to spice, and I have a complicated relationship with spice because when I was pre-weight loss surgery, sorry, I'm just gonna keep eating things that maybe will calm my tongue down. Little baby bites. Wow. It's delicious. It's just intensely spicy. I think my husband might even like this. Whoa, that means business. This means business, but it has to go back in the fridge. Before surgery, when I was on every diet known to man, one of the hot diet tips was to eat spicy foods because if you're sensitive to it, you'll eat less of it. So when I think about spice, I think about diet culture. And I'm working hard to break those relationships, those negative relationships between what we learned in the world of dieting and cutting, regaining, carbs, sugar, etc. But spice is one of those things that I inherently do like, but it's complicated. It's emotionally complicated, but holy moly. Okay. Let's get the olive bites, shall we? Whew. Okay. Well, while I'm waiting for my olive bites to cool down, let's open the shortbread cookies. Also, this is going to be likely my dinner, this little hodgepodge situation, because I know many people ask, how are you able to eat this many bites and continue on with your day? Movement, breaks, and using this as a meal, which I would not recommend on a regular basis. I love a shortbread. These are so simple, and I know they're delicious. Are these weight loss surgery approved? Yes. Not immediately after surgery. Are they going to help you reach whatever weight goals you have? No. But here, we believe in balance, which is why it took me 6 years to lose my last 25 to 30 pounds after my body stopped naturally losing around month 24. Okay, full disclosure, we just took about a 15-minute break so that I could get my daughter off the bus, but I also lit, I don't know if you can see it back here. This is the Honey Crisp Apple Candle from Trader Joe's. These are very inexpensive and they do smell so fresh. I like this one in the kitchen. I am discovering new kitchen scents that I love. I think this one would also be great in a bathroom. The downtime, I think, is that it doesn't burn. I burn my candles, my fall candles. They work for it, right? They are going all the way down to the nub. So I feel like this one doesn't last a super long time, but it's also fairly small. It says 20 hours of burn time. So like that's a week. I think we're now ready to have some of these cooled off little olive bites. I wanted to show you how many come. You only get the one tray. So if you are preparing to host an event or like a girls' night or whatever fun thing you're doing and you want to serve these pending they're good, then you may want more than one box, or you may want to have a box of several different things. I'm gonna cover these and put them back in the freezer. I don't know what's in these. It does say 12 bites on the box, which I appreciate because sometimes I've purchased things from Trader Joe's and it's been like, I thought this was enough to feed for an hors d'oeuvre, and it certainly wasn't. Cheers. These are so salty. 4 pieces are a serving. 900 milligrams of salt. It's an olive. I suppose I shouldn't expect anything different. And there's cheese inside. These are delicious. These are scrumptious. 1 is enough for me. I made myself 3, but these may end up being like post-dinner snacks later. We have so many cheeses left to try here. Let's try these, shall we? These are new for me. So, in terms of maintenance, oh, these smell nice. They smell a lot like the cheese that we just had. In terms of weight loss surgery maintenance, I often say that this is the hardest part. And what I mean by that is that your new day-to-day life, the habits you've established, what you're trying to accomplish with your weight loss surgery, it's no longer automatic because the tool itself has kind of like done all that it can do. And yes, your stomach is still going to be smaller, you can fit less in it, but it doesn't cure the head hunger, the emotional desire to eat, the relationship that you have with food, whether positive or negative, your diet culture beliefs. Like, it doesn't change any of that without you doing the work. So over the past 6 years, as I have done the mindset work for myself and now with my clients and students, I've found that I don't want to reach my goal weight range with restriction. I still want to be able to eat sugar and carbohydrates and go out to dinner and have glasses of wine and move my body in ways that feel good instead of ways that torture or punish myself. So I knew this was going to be a slow going road that wasn't linear in any capacity. Weight regain tends to happen for me every single winter season. I gain like this hibernation weight of 6 to 8 pounds. It comes back off in the spring, but I have gone through phases where I was up 8 to 10 pounds and then I was down again and then I went back up. It was not as significant as when I was doing this at 275 pounds, but I noticed when my habits weren't locked in, when I wasn't intentional with them, which is something my agenda, my planner has been really helpful with, how easy it was to regain weight. And I have this belief system, and maybe it's negative, but I have this belief system that my body wants me to be fat. Your fat cells don't actually leave your body unless you have them surgically removed. They shrink, they flatten, and they wait for you to regain that weight. So I feel like every day this is a loving relationship where I'm training my body to feel safe in a smaller size. If you don't like rosemary, these are not for you. These are super rosemary forward. I like the onion in them. It's kind of like a sour cream and onion chip. Crispier. More rosemary. A lot of rosemary on these. I very much like them. I also think the heaviness of the rosemary might mean that you would eat less of them. We're getting full. And there's so much more to go. You may have to break this video up into 2 days. I'm gonna see if my stomach can handle any more cheese right now. I feel like fall flavors are so, I don't wanna say aggressive, but they're so specific. Rosemary, pumpkin, onion, butternut squash. These are not really subtle flavors. Sure, I should eat this whole cracker. I love caramelized onions. I feel like I liked this cheese in the past. This is too sweet for me. And I thought that these would be such a winning pair. That's a no for me. This is our first no of the day. It's okay. Every fall video has them. I'm scared of this one. I thought this was a rind, but I think it might be the actual color of the cheese. Oh no, that's the color of the cheese. Didn't taste like literally anything. I don't know how I feel about the texture of this cheese. It feels a little bit rubbery. I'm getting like a whiff of pizza flavor. I feel like for this color, it should be pizza explosion in my mouth. I wish I knew how to do cool graphics. That'd be a fun graphic. Not thrilled with either of those last two cheeses. While I am waiting for my little savory squash bites to cool and to give my tummy a little bit of a break, I think we should talk about weight regain so that we can normalize it a little bit. And I don't mean in a way that's going to provide an excuse to regain massive amounts of weight, because that's not why you had surgery, but in a way that allows us the capacity to not feel so much anxiety when it happens. So even after hitting my weight range goal, which I always recommend a range and not a specific number, though I did fall victim to that myself for a while, the journey doesn't end there, right? We are now working to maintain this weight range, pending it's a healthy one. And I think we should normalize that 5 to 10% of weight regain back is totally normal. Our bodies are smart. They are adapting to our higher protein, higher water, likely lower calorie new way of living with movement and joy. They're adapting. What matters most, in my opinion, is the awareness. I would suggest, if you aren't weighing yourself once a month or once a week, not every day, especially if you are a woman on a 30-day hormone cycle, that we're just aware. We have the data points to show us where we are at different points of the year. Regain isn't failure, it's just feedback. Every single time my regain hits in whatever number and capacity, I know that I've strayed from my non-negotiables, right? My water, my vitamins, my protein, my hydration, my movement. I've strayed in some way. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I still do videos like this. I want to show you that even after 6 years and getting down to the smallest my body has been since college or even high school maybe, that we can still normalize and have balance. You can enjoy your fall snacks, your 30 different fall cheeses from Trader Joe's. You just have to do it with intention. I believe and I practice that you can eat and have whatever it is you want. And the things I take into consideration are timing, tolerance, and balance, like portion size balance. A few mindful bites and then walk away blissfully happy and satisfied. These are my little savory squash bites. I think they look pretty and yummy. I love basically anything Trader Joe's that comes in this like flaky puff pastry. These are delicious. I think I could eat a whole one. I know I could eat a whole one if I wasn't snacking on so many other things. They're creamy, they're sweet, but in a sweet and savory way. I feel like these two together would be so good on just like a fall charcuterie board. I like thought I didn't get as much as I have in years past, but I fear I have. While not a specific fall treat, Callie is like on the hunt for Trader Joe's best gnocchi, and she likes this stuffed one. So this is what I'm gonna make her for dinner tonight. And I think she and I, maybe for the last thing I can eat this evening, we're going to share a piece of the cinnamon swirl bread with the brown butter. So I'm gonna make us a piece of toast as well. And then I think my eating for the evening is complete. I might do some baking, and I'll be taking you along for breakfast and lunch tomorrow, because both of those are going to be Trader Joe's yummies, fall yummies, but really feeling quite full. While Callie's gnocchi cooks, you'll notice that there was a bite taken out. A small child. But I did put the butter and brown sugar maple syrup. They also had like a garlic parmesan version of that. I think that would be delicious.
I want to try some.
This tastes like a Disney dessert.
I got too much butter on mine. How like you?
This is my
Smell it.
crumb couture from Sniff. I don't hate that. This tastes like Christmas in Disney.
I know what you're talking about. It's the churros flavored.
Is it the churro waffles
Yeah.
on the Disney cruise?
I want more.
You can have the rest.
Yay!
I love that. It's definitely not something I could eat every day. This would be so good on like every Christmas. I
give you my heart.
make like a cinnamon roll.
Oh yeah, I love and in Thanksgiving in the morning when we watch Macy's Day Parade.
We make the turkeys with bacon. Okay, I might freeze this and save this like quite literally for Thanksgiving, because I can't imagine we're gonna go through all of this butter with just us. That sounds really good.
Could I have another one?
Well, let's get your dinner first, shall we? I'm glad it's a hit with you. We have so much of it.
I want more.
It is officially the evening. Callie had her gnocchi for dinner, her favorite. She almost ate the entire portion of the bag. I did manage to get some in the refrigerator to save for later this week, should we need a fast and easy dinner. And I haven't eaten since we left the house after the cinnamon toast bread because I was full, as expected, which means that we're just going to add on different segments. But I thought tonight, she's currently at swimming. My husband's gonna pick her up there. I thought maybe I could make those little pumpkin cookies and surprise her, and I could have one tonight with a mug of warm tea. These are exactly what you would expect them to be. They remind me of the ones you would find at a traditional grocery store. And yes, I am absolutely tempted to just bite into one of these raw. I know you're not supposed to, and I won't because I fear it will hurt my stomach regarding sugar intake and dumping syndrome, but that is how I used to prefer to eat these. Can you tell me if you are the type of person who would only make like 1 or 2 of these at a time? I don't really understand those people. It's not about consuming all of the cookies at once. It's just simply because don't you want to have them ready when you want them, or is that part of the portioning out is part of the balance? Oh dear. These are so cute. Look at this like muted. These are like an elevated, elegant pumpkin cookie. These ones, they smell good, but they don't have that typical chemical sugar cookie scent that the other brand has. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually very much like that scent. We're gonna wait for the oven to preheat. 12 to 14 minutes in the oven. Callie also opened these. These are not for me, if we're being honest. Just because there isn't enough sugar in here to justify, sorry, there's not enough protein in here to justify the 27 grams of carbs. I don't normally like count or look for those things. However, when I know something has like inherently no nutritional value to me, I would rather eat cheese for my calories than this. But Callie loves these, so she did open this box. This has been a family favorite for years. And Trader Joe's has so many versions of like this fruit walked into the bar. Blueberry, strawberry, I think there was a raspberry one, and they come out with pumpkin at this time of year. I also repurchased this. I have 2 of the matching lotions to this. Why did I buy 2? Because I get nervous that I will run out and never ever find it again. I don't know. So I may put one of the non-used, one's used, one's not, in my giveaway that's going on TikTok, though by the time you see this video, the giveaway will be closed. But if you're following me on TikTok, I do a monthly giveaway. So I bought this one for me because I love the way this body scrub smells. I am now absolutely someone who takes an everything shower. Can you look and appreciate how smooth this is? Like, does this make you feel satisfied as well? Did I ruin it for us? No, I didn't. And when I ran out of my body scrub, I was like, how are we going to exfoliate our body? And my showers haven't felt complete, so I was really excited to find this at Trader Joe's. Well, I'll be signing off for the evening. Don't worry, there will be, I'm getting like a little tea facial here. I have started to enjoy myself a pumpkin cookie. They didn't smell like the traditional grocery store ones, but they sure do taste like them. Soft and delicious. I like them a little bit underbaked. And I made myself some dandelion root tea to end the evening. I just did my journaling. I'm gonna go do my skincare, get in my jammies, and enjoy the rest of my evening. So I will see you tomorrow for breakfast and lunch reviews. And then we can finish up with all the cheeses and snacks. But this is a very real life look into what I can actually fit and how I have to take breaks and what 6 years post-op looks like. Hi, it's very early in the morning and I'm getting my lunch, breakfast arranged, and I wanted to try the Trader Joe's egg bites with you. to start the day. This is what they look like. There's 2 in a pack. I am going to heat 1 up. It says heat them in a paper tray for a minute, and then let stand for a minute. So I will use those 2 minutes to get myself together. Full disclosure, I have biker shorts on and no pants just yet because they're currently steaming. But they expect that you'll eat both of these at the same time. I'm gonna need some scissors. The little paper trays are like connected together, so I'm just gonna cut them. These don't like look appetizing, right? Like this doesn't look like an appetizing breakfast, but we'll give it a try. It's nice that this is resealable. Still making sure I have this as a backup. It's been about a minute. Again, apologies for this lighting. It is very early today. Here's the cooked version. I'm putting it on a plate for you. Also, can you see all of my mess? It smells really good. And these each have 6 grams of protein in them. This tastes like rosemary, much like everything else that we've eaten that has a fall scent flavor. It's missing something, like a sauce, a salt. It's not bad. I thought based on what they looked like that these were not going to be edible and that I would likely be spitting them out. It seems like there's some butternut squash down here. Like I want a cranberry sauce on top or like a honey mustard on the side. Those might be weird combos. I don't know if I would buy these again, but I'm not unhappy that I did. Hello. We are on, I think, day 3 of filming this video because this was more snacks than I thought it would be. And before I bring out the special guest, we haven't made this yet, but stay tuned on TikTok, Instagram, and Reels here. And this is a fan favorite. We make this every year, and we have actually very cute sprinkles to go in this. I had these for breakfast, which I shared with you. Would not recommend. So initially when these were hot, when this was hot and I bit it, I ate half and it was totally doable. Totally doable. I let it sit for about 2 minutes and then went to get the next bite in and actually spit it out. So I'm gonna save this one, put it back in the fridge, and see if I can eat it when the whole thing's hot so I don't have to throw it away. I did eat some of this burrito. This was the roasted turkey and sweet potato burrito. I had part of this for lunch today. Half, as you can see. Sorry if that's like a gross image for you. This has a sauce in it. Cranberry salsa. I want a barbecue sauce to dip this in. I like this. I heated it up for about 1.5 minutes in the microwave. It wouldn't be my like everyday go-to, but I did like this and think that, especially in bariatric world, this could be a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner, or in my case, multiple lunches. So I would recommend that. It has like a slight spice. What we haven't tried here with you are these ghosts and bats. We have a special guest.
Yeah.
And I did open it and eat some, but the cinnamon cheese, because I knew I loved this from last year. Wait, let's do a cheers. Oh! Okay.
I like them.
I like them too. There's a little story on the back.
Ooh.
Do you want to have a piece of cheese with one of these?
Uh-huh.
With the cinnamon on it?
You eat that?
Yeah. I'll show you. Do you want the little one?
Yeah.
Okay. I could have bet my life that you were going to do that.
And did you?
What do you feel about the cinnamon cheese?
Not together.
Okay. I love the cinnamon cheese. So thank you for watching yet another year of the annual Trader Joe's taste test. What can we fit in our tummies video? I think my favorite of the year, this is always the first to go. Oh, it was the olives. I was shocked by that. I was shocked by it. I did in fact bring the leftovers of those to work and eat some.
Oh,
I still have some left over. Thank you. But the olives were my new standout of the year. The fall leaves, the cinnamon cheese, the candle. I opened the body scrub. It's just kind of all of it together. I would not necessarily recommend the egg bites or the caramelized onion cheese. I was not pleased with that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. But everything else, I might maybe should put it on a cheese board. Everything else was exciting and fun to taste. So thank you so much for being here as always. Stay tuned. We have November coming up. And I'd love to know what videos you want to see. I have an open slot in my November calendar. We're gonna start with like a series on holiday prep. So yeah.
Of what holiday? Thanksgiving?
Kind of like all holidays that center around food. And how do you prepare for it after weight loss surgery. Thank you for being here. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, my fall friends.